What do you call a dolphin with 8 legs? An octoporpoise. Happy Wednesday, my friends. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are well. Too much of a stretch on that one. It's all I got, Zergling. Think of how bad that one was, and extrapolate how bad the ones that were rejected must have been. But welcome in, my friend. Dead Zergling is first in chat tonight, followed by 5-Foot Giant. Good to see you again. It's been a while. I hope you've been doing well. This is not the Tides of Time 5-Foot Giant. This is Ecco the Dolphin 1 on Game Boy Advance. Same game, different system. We actually started it on Monday, so we're a couple hours in. Picking it back up tonight. Gonna play for probably about 3 hours. Give this one about that time tonight before we switch over to the new game, Wario Land 3. We've also got Whiskey Sunrise. Great to have you with us. Welcome in. I hope you've been doing well. Lucent Jelly. Welcome in, Jelly. Thank you for being here with us, of course. So, it was the winner by far, Jelly says. I'll hang out while I can, but I find this game incredibly hard to watch, Zergling says. I find this game incredibly hard to play, Zergling. Now I get it. I'm gonna be sad to lose you, but I would not want to force you to endure anything that is unendurable. Ecco the Dolphin. This game was the most brutal, the most awful, the most miserable experience when I beat this game on the Genesis last year. I think it was last year, and I thought, well, why not play it again with worse audio and less visibility? Ecco's a Dolphin. Ecco's a game I really wanted to like, but boy, it's so... Oh. Not good for me. Too bad, because it's a neat concept and the game looks nice. It's so... The story of the game, there's so much that could be so good about it. There's so much that makes you that makes you want to like it, because yes, it looks really good. The music on the Genesis is great. It's kind of crunchy and not great here, but it's got the same visuals. Looks good. Music is good in other versions of the game. The story is just bizarre, which is kind of cool. But the gameplay is so painful. It's so janky, and it's all because of the last level. Ecco is my worst gaming experience, all because of the machine. If it hadn't been for that last level, because on my playthrough of the Genesis game, like, I had struggles. I got stuck in a lot of places, and it was a slow playthrough. But when I got to the very last level, I was stuck on the last level for 21 hours. You can't recover from that. You can't come out of that kind of experience and enjoy a game. Got our password from last time written down here. I hope I've got it right. I actually can't tell if the second letter is supposed to be a D or a B. The open ocean is dangerous and cold. Oh no, I think this is a setback. Unless we're going the opposite direction. Okay, alright, this might be fine. Oh, I thought I forgot to write down a password. It is what it is. I can't handle people playing first-person shooters. Do the same thing to me, Zergling says. Yeah, I can't really watch streams of games in VR. For that reason, I just can't follow. The constant head movement's too much for me. That's why, like, sometimes I mention, like, I don't think I'll ever stream a game in VR, as interesting as I think the technology is, and I think that the games would probably be fun to play. I don't think I'll ever stream one just because I don't like watching them, so I don't think I would put that kind of thing on stream just for that reason. Can't watch them for long. Not proper English just then, but oh well. I don't know what I said that's in reference to. I like the music. 5 Foot Giant says very sci-fi. I remember liking a bit of the music on Genesis. It's just the Game Boy, it makes it sound kind of harsh. Congo, welcome in. What do I hear in Echo? Great to have you here, Conga. I hope you're doing well. And yes, I've decided to put myself through this game once again. This is just a filler level. We've just got to go from one side of the screen to the other. I think. We had a level like this earlier. So even though I've played through the Genesis game, and this is a very faithful version of the Genesis game, I've only played through that once, so my memory of it's imperfect. And at times, this is gonna seem a lot like a first playthrough sometimes, just because my memory's so bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm running out of health. Did we make it? We made it. Island Zone. Here we go. Hey, wow, nice. It looks like we got a raid. Welcome in, raiders. It didn't do the message in chat. That's so very strange. But I got it in the activity feed. Whoa, we had a coordinated raid. Oh, it's a multiple raid. What is going on? Welcome in, Arthur Blues, Wobbly Python, and Escorian. Hey, pleasure to have you here. Welcome in and welcome to your friends. Welcome to Ecco the Dolphin on Game Boy Advance. What a time to be alive. Thank you for coming in, everybody. Hope you all having a great night. Oh, I see Cows there. Welcome in, Cows. Happy Wednesday, my friend, and thank you for being here. Says you're playing Barony. I don't know what that is. I also don't see any of the readers in the chat. Not that you're obligated to chat or anything. I'm just worried that something might be going wrong on Twitch here. So I hope everyone has made it through to our side all right. Welcome, friends. Echo is on. 5 Foot Giant says. Yeah, we're part of the way through. We're part of the way through an Ecco the Dolphin playthrough. You've kind of caught us in medias res. I'm writing down this password here real quick. ZV-YVHC ? Just in case we need that for later. Just lurking, you say. Well, welcome in. Thank you for being here, and of course, by all means, lurk away, my friends. Lurkers always welcome. Did I miss some of the chat? I was referring to my own butchered sentence. Frownie Zergling says your English is fine. Thank you, friend. 5 Foot Giant says maybe the music is probably cool the first 50 million times you hear the loop, but every level takes so long to complete. I have stealthy shoutouts, Conga says. Hey, thank you for the wheel, Zergling. We'll give that a spin. Let's hit a button now. What is this? Island Zone. 7 islands in warmer waters. We definitely want this awful music to be going on. Thank you for the follows, my new friends. Also, by the way, a couple people have come on board with us. That is very much appreciated of you. Hey there, Arthur Blues. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I very much appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful night, and thank you for the good luck wishes. I'm gonna need them. So we're doing this is Ecco on the Game Boy Advance. I played Ecco on the Genesis last year, and it was a horrifying experience. I got stuck on the final level of Ecco the Dolphin. I got stuck on the final level for 21 hours. So this is a game that haunts my dreams. I'm going to give a follow to our raiders. Hopefully I'll be able to check out your streams at some point, my new friends. If our schedules don't conflict too terribly. This is the handheld with the weird music replacement. This is the Game Boy Advance version. We're playing it on the, I've got the Game Boy player for the GameCube. And we started it up on Monday night. We're picking it up tonight. And, I really hope the last level didn't take me 21 hours again. Saw the stream and knew the stream wouldn't be too creepy for this late at night. It's obligated to be wet. I mean, we're gonna be spending the whole night in the water. Well, the whole portion of this game anyway. It annoyed me so much. The original Ecco music was great. I recall that's the Ecco on the Genesis Ecco. I was saying about it earlier. I was praising it because it's it looks great. It's got really good music. It's got a really weird storyline. Like, these are all things that should make for a pretty wonderful game, but it controls so clunky, and the last level is so mean. Rough times. Alright, so Zergling redeemed the Wheel of Scorchin, so I'm obligated to go big screen for a moment. This is the wheel. It's got several spicy and sour foods on it. I'm going to give it a spin and enjoy whatever I get. Unless it lands on the sunflower seeds. That I can take. What is that? Warheads candy. Easy, easy. The best thing, one of the best things on the board. I've got a comically sized bag of warheads, and now I just get to enjoy one. That's an easy treat. We got black cherry. Blue Zelda's napping behind you. It's a late night stream. Lots of people fall asleep during it. I can't blame Blue Zelda. Maybe the last level will only be 19 hours instead this time. Berlin says, when I was like 5 years old, me, my sister, my mother all had to team up to memorize the last level in chunks. It was a family victory. That is beautiful. Only lasts a moment. Alright, I'll get my big head out of the way. I lost some health there. I didn't keep a very good watch on my air. Oh, but we might be able to get some health right here. Video games requiring cartography, the memories. I love those. I love those times when I get to the point that I've got to break out the pen and paper. It doesn't happen often enough. So I'm primarily a retro streamer, for those who are unfamiliar with the stream. We stream late at night in the Central Time Zone, most weeknights. I will play newer things on the Switch from time to time, but it's like we're currently working on Tears of the Kingdom a couple nights a week. But primarily it's very heavily retro stuff around here. I prioritize an extremely strictly blind playthrough style. Like, I won't even read the back of a box because it has too much spoilers for me. So I very frequently have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm lost and confused and doing things the wrong way, but it makes for some interesting discoveries and some really great victories, if you're willing to sit through the struggle and suffering and confusion. We keep things pretty chill on the stream as much as I'm able to. Keep my composure during these awful games. We go for kind of a sort of a laid-back vibe. I try to keep things pretty family-friendly around here. We will play an M-rated game from time to time, but I try to give a heads up whenever that's going to happen beforehand. And that's just about how it goes. There's a reason those manuals came with notes pages. for all of the like writing down passwords and stuff that I had to do for games when I was young, I almost never wrote in the actual manuals. I think Zombies Ate My Neighbors is one exception, where I think I wrote all the passwords in the manual for that game. Oh, here we go. Oh no! Oh, I really wish that guy would quit bullying me. Alright, well, we found a key, so while I did die, we gained knowledge. I still have my Faria and Kid Icarus map, Zergling says. I have not played either of those games. Playing the game as though you bought the cart alone at a flea market. Yeah, that's how I play, and I try to never do any research or ask for help. I've got a pretty good track record, but games do break me every now and then. I generally have to be completely stuck in a game, like stuck with no ideas or anything, for about 2 to 3 hours before I'm willing to break down and ask for help. So it can get kind of ugly sometimes. I never realized you could write in a book until a college professor gave me permission. It was just a taboo thing, Wobbly Python says. Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it, is the, I feel like all through, well, that's the difference, right? I feel like all through, like, elementary school and middle school and high school, like, it was so, like, beaten into my head, never write in a book, right? Because they didn't want you writing in the textbooks because they had to be passed down the next year. Then when you get to college, right, you have to buy those books anyway, so... I respect this. I also like the no spoilers life. Wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. I like the magic that happens when I figure out that I've been doing something wrong in a game for a very long period of time. And I have a weird sense of pride that I take. Like, the further I'm able to make it in a game, the greater the disparity. Like, the lower my understanding of the game and the higher my progress in the same game. Like, that disparity makes me proud. Makes me happy. Like, my dream scenario for the stream, I feel like sometimes is like, if I were to do a blind playthrough of Super Mario Brothers for the first time, right, and I make it all the way through the game, and I defeat Bowser and save the princess, and then someone in the chat tells me, I don't know how you did it, but you never discovered there's a run button. The whole night. Like, that's the kind of thing I look forward to happening someday. Can I not breathe these air bubbles? I don't think I can. That's not good. I need oxygen. There it is. I don't know whose side that whale is on. He's got an enemy living right in his home. Hey, Buddha Fingers, welcome in. Thank you for the pistachios. I still had a bit of a warhead candy in my mouth, so I sacrificed the integrity of my teeth and chomped on it so I could make room for the pistachios. Well, thank you for the bits, Buddha Fingers. Thank you for the 100 bits. That's very kind of you, my friend. Echo, 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 echo. Well done. Pistachios are perhaps my favorite snack food. And I always keep them in the house, but I keep them downstairs, and I only eat them during the stream. Because if I didn't limit myself, I could probably eat my weight in pistachios. Let's see what this... I'm stuck. Let's see what this whale has to say. The storm that took your pod shook the entire ocean. And with that, he's gone. I'm scared to go too far this way because I know there's a key crystal. Studies indicate asteroid is located in the deep water zone. Fair enough. Pistachios just end up a murder scene of strewn shells everywhere. No witnesses have ever come forward. Alright, full health. You know what? I don't know if we've heard a different song from this music this whole playthrough, now that I think about it. What do you call an easily movable group of dolphins? A porta poddy, Shelly says. You did that on purpose, Jelly. Where was this joke when we were brainstorming? Alright, well, we found some story, we touched the key. This is a dead end that I've actually been trapped in before. What kind of toy do you get for a baby shark? A dolphin? Not bad, not bad. Oh, please. That shark is a menace. Hey, Darkness Abides, welcome in. This game was weird on Sega and the Game Boy. It's, I mean, I think it's essentially the same game. It's, the music is worse, but... And the visibility is worse, but... I think they win as much as they could for 1-to-1. They did add checkpoints in to the Game Boy Advance game, so if you really want all of the misery and terror of the true Ecco the Dolphin experience, if you play it on Game Boy Advance before the Genesis, you are cheating a little bit because they added checkpoints that are not in the Genesis version. So heads up about that. Don't rob yourself of the true experience. Play the Genesis version first. I'm pretty sure I threw out that punchline, but didn't think you wanted to be accused of pod humor. I do tend to shy away from that. Fuzzy Boots, welcome in. I've heard these games are incredibly difficult. I never beat any of myself. I did play for a bit. Yeah. I'm not an expert on the series. I've completed the Genesis game and am now working on the GBA version. My experience with the Genesis game was overwhelmingly miserable. They're just... the gameplay is so clunky and janky that it will really have you pulling your hair out, I think, at some parts, if you're like me. And it gets really rough at the end. So I don't actually think I need to repeat, like, I know I just died there, right? But I don't actually think I need to repeat most of what I did. I just need to tap that crystal, I think. All the, like, the rest was just, like, story info. I don't really think I need to regain. Oh my goodness, there's spikes everywhere. Your journey has just begun, Echo. Okay, another story crystal. More spikes. I played both and would rather eat a pufferfish, Darkness Abide says. I'm glad you agree with me, Darkness Abides. Rob yourself, Cal says. I think you mean save yourself. I mean, you have to look at things from my perspective, Cows. I can't help myself when it comes to maximizing the misery. One moment, my friends. Thank you, Jelly. I've got coffee and now cheese tonight. It's very good. Does that make the family doctor a podiatrist? That was a punchline we tossed around, Buddha Fingers. Handheld version throughout a lot of the music had the usual screen crunch issues. Yeah, the music I noticed the music quality being crunchy, but I didn't really notice that there kind of is not a lot of music until tonight. I think it's really just been this one song the whole time so far. And we're a good third of the way into the game. Maybe? It's a long time to go with just this one song. Checkpoint. The lock crystals are the checkpoints. Anytime we knock a crystal away, that should be a checkpoint. Hey, Baron Metz, welcome in. More dolphin deeds tonight. More dolphin. It's we're gonna be stuck with this game for however long it lasts. The addition of the checkpoints, though, really do make this game a radically different experience, because, there's one level pretty early on where you have to travel around rescuing a whole bunch of trapped dolphins, and then after that, you have to turn around and go through this awful maze filled with killer crabs. Kind of like what I'm stuck in right now. But then when you die, you have to go around and rescue all the dolphins all over again every time, and it's just... it would just crush your spirit. Ah. So, you know, like, naturally with the checkpoints, it's just way easier because, like, it keeps your hope alive. I think I've gone in a circle. And I'm almost out of health. What do I do? I risk it and pay the price. Imposter syndrome. That's pretty good, Buddha Fingers. I would never have thought of that one. Flicky had a better storyline. I'm guessing that's another Dolphin game. I don't know that one. In it from start to doll finish. You know it. This song isn't even supposed to be a level theme either. It's for a cutscene that's supposed to last like 10 seconds. They used it because it was the shortest for space. That all seems about right. Oh, I got a key? Alright, well, I learned there's another key. And it seems like I just really need to rush. Alright, cool. No! The respawn. Perfect. Alright. Hey! Level end. Nice. Let's go. Stream Kyle, welcome in. I remember playing this at my cousin's house when I was probably like 6 years old and having no clue what to do. I mean, I don't blame you. It's a little obtuse. It doesn't, like, the first couple levels don't really require a whole lot of you, and then it seems like out of nowhere you're supposed to suddenly understand how to do a whole lot of things, like being able to jump over islands and being able to manipulate shells to break down brick to break down rock walls, and it lures you in, and then it just demolishes you. Alright, so be careful on the right-hand side. There's a trap that's going to force us back up to the surface, it looks like. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're not great, but we're okay. I don't feel like on my first playthrough, I think one of my troubles on my first playthrough was I don't feel like I really appreciated the idea of collecting smaller fish to restore your health. I don't feel like I did that nearly often enough. Oh my goodness, this is unacceptable. All those spikes. The true fun begins once you figured out the porpoise of the pain, Baron says. Oh no. The right-hand side, I thought, ooh, it's like this left-hand side is bad enough. There's so many spikes. I'm never gonna get through this. I played Ecco today. After much dismay, I ejected the cartridge without delay. Dispatched via sledgehammer. Plastic did spray. There will be no more game over / continue today, Buddhafinger says. The game is now inspiring epic poetry. Pretty well on record for not liking to destroy games myself, but in the case of Ecco, I am kind of tempted to, like, I kind of do like the project of kind of like wrapping it in chains and burying it in a cement block like in Jumanji. for some poor soul to unearth. Thank you for the hydrate, Baron. I eliminated that crab, and then I went up for oxygen, and the screen scroll just to go up for oxygen was enough to allow that crab to respawn. This is impossible. This is impossible. No one can make it through here. I'm gonna lose my mind. No Buddha fingers. No backseating. Some of the Scanline folks were talking the other day. A lot of them are hardcore physical collectors. It does sometimes seems like the worse a game was, the more value it has today, Baron Metz says. Sometimes. Not really the best to weigh in because I don't really consider the value of games very often. I don't speculate with my collection, so I don't keep tabs on like what things are going for. Once I have a game in my collection, I pretty much never think about its price ever again. Hey, that went well. Alright, I should stop complaining because that went well that time. And I found some health. This is the most kind and generous game I've ever played. I think that a lot of that comes from, like, bad games getting a lot of, like, they get a lot of attention, which drives the demand for them, right? Oh my goodness. It's the DNA molecule! I don't remember how we're supposed to fight this thing. I remember you. Of course it was you, and it was I who sent you. Now it is clear. I can help you by giving you powers and knowledge, but you must help me. You must help me regain my full strength. You must travel into the past. To the west is a sunken city called Atlantis. Its people built a machine and used it to travel in time. Use the machine to travel to the distant past before your kind existed. You will go back 55 million years. There you will find my missing globe. You must return it to me, only then can I give you what you need to save your pod. Oh, cool. Level end. Nice. They don't usually end like that, where... So... Just swimming off to the left, like the swimming off to the left becoming an ending after we talk to that guy, that usually doesn't happen in this game. Like, usually, like, you go somewhere and talk to a key character, and then have to find your way all the way back out to find the ending somewhere else in the game. So to have them move the ending close to where we are is a unique mercy. C X question mark Q Y H C B. Sierra, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, the vintage Tomorrowans have raided their way into your stream. Welcome in. We're happy to have you here. Welcome to your friends. We are playing Ecco the Dolphin on Game Boy Advance. Prepare yourselves for confusion and misery. How are you? How am I? I am playing Ecco on Game Boy Advance. I'm all right, Sierra. I'm having a good night. I hope you are as well. I have nothing to complain about. You were playing Zelda 2. I love Zelda 2. How was Zelda 2? I'm struggling, but it's fun. Zelda 2 is a rough game. It's very cryptic and very tough and toward the end. I don't think Zelda 2 is as cryptic as some people say it is. There are parts of it, I have to be real vague, I don't want to give anything away, but there are parts of it that people cite as being unsolvable, that I have seen people solve on blind first playthroughs. I think that sometimes it just it requires you to pay super close attention sometimes. But it's a fun game. I really like it. I like the combat in Zelda 2. I like the rhythm that you kind of get in with the enemies. Played it before. You played it before. Okay. Many years ago. Right on. It was easier when I was a kid. Working your way through as many Zelda games as you can. Right on. As much as I like Zelda 2, I've only ever beaten it once. I played all the way through it about a year before I started streaming, so it's comparatively recently that I played through it. But I haven't played through it again because I figure when I do, it'll be on the stream, but it's such a scary game. The ending gets so tough. I remember this stage. I remember struggling with these blocks for hours. I feel like this stage looks different on the Game Boy than it did on the Genesis, at least a little. It doesn't really look like my memory, at least. Zelda-thon, right on. Would you say, are there more Zelda games that you have already played, or more that you haven't played? Like, are there gonna be a lot of first playthroughs on the in the Zelda-thon? Probably about even. I've played most of the Zelda series myself. It's mostly, I've missed out so far on a lot of the handhelds, so I have a lot of handheld Zeldas left. To get around to. Oh, crystal, nice. Access granted. Hey, cool. To what? You remember it hard, but you've grown into a game-finishing, 1cc challenging, jank inhaling monster now. I appreciate that tremendously flattering description, Budafingers. Thank you for that. The above-ground background is using a different region, otherwise it's pretty identical to the Genesis version. That's the part that looked immemorable to me, was that. For all the rest of the problems Handheld Echo had, it was graphically pretty faithful in general. Hey, Mile High Roll, welcome in. There's a... No, I don't have anything new, Mile High Roll. I've got a handful of things. I don't know what sauce to buy next. There's so many choices for sauces. The thing is, like, when I look at shopping for hot sauce is difficult because it's hard to find one that's a reasonable heat level. Like I want one that's going to be challenging, but I don't want one that's going to reduce me to ash. So I have it's hard to pick out a hot sauce because they're all either obviously too weak or obviously too spicy. I mean, I'll land on something eventually, but that's my big frustration shopping for a new hot sauce for the wheel. There's so many hot sauces, yeah. There'll be some first playthroughs for sure. Some, I don't know if I can play, since I may have to find emulators, here it says. Add a shot of whiskey onto the wheel. You know, I tried a new cheese, Mile High Rule. You remember that? It's not really new. That Merlot cheese that I have. You said you tried some. I think you said you tried the Merlot variety. I've got the same cheese that's instead of being soaked in Merlot, it was soaked in Kentucky bourbon, and it's actually really good. And you can really taste the bourbon in some bites, and it's like it's given me more of like an appreciation for that, because just having like whiskey or bourbon neat. I've never been much for the taste of it, but that cheese opened my eyes a little bit. Derpelganger, welcome in. Thank you for joining us, and welcome Raiders. Yusuf Hatlani is here. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to your friends. This is Ecco the Dolphin on Game Boy Advance. We're slowly working through it. I had such an incredible time with the Genesis game when we played it last year. I'm now finally getting around to the Game Boy Advance sport. Almost played this tonight, actually, but on the Sega CD. You were playing the Ninja Warriors. I don't know that game. I hope it was a good time, though. Oh, thank goodness that worked. No, you said access granted. I probably gotta bring that thing. I'm drowning. Nice, I need to look out for it. Yeah, keep an eye out. It'd be worth picking up. I mean, I know it's more expensive where you are, so don't break the bank on my recommendation, but... Derpelganger said, I am also obviously too weak and obviously too spicy. Quite the duality, Derpelganger. Derek Ocean, welcome in. Buddhafinger says a bullet was dodged because Yusuf didn't play this game. I said I had an incredible time when I played this game. I didn't specify that it was incredibly bad. No! How did I get tilted right at the end? I can't take it. What what am I what am I supposed to do with that? I don't understand. Oh, well, that's a bad place to have that. It's gonna make it respawn. Gotta head to bed. Hope the rest of your stream goes well, and your night also. Thank you, Sierra. Thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate you stopping in and bringing your people by. We will, as always, endeavor to take good care of them. Good luck with your good luck with Zelda 2 and the rest of the marathon. I hope that goes well for you. Derek says, work was busy tonight for a Wednesday. Hopefully that at least made the time go by quickly. Oh! Rude. I hope this is the right way. I haven't even been down here yet. Oh yeah, this is the right way. I'm running out of air though. Nice. The library. Dash R W V Y H C V. Got out a little late, but it happens, you know. I was thinking of you the other night, Derek. I actually stopped and had some Culvers last night. Had a bacon cheeseburger and onion rings. And we got some concrete mixers. It was fantastic. I'm not allowed to swim in the library anymore, Derpelganger says. Not since the incident. How did you know about the incident? Oh. I have a lot of history with libraries. I have eyes and ears everywhere. Nice. Hopefully it was amazing. It was really good. It was really good. I read a book once. Welcome in title. Hey, Dynamite. Good to see you. It's been a while. I hope you've been doing well. How have you been, Frownie, you gaming goof? Very little to complain about, Dynamite. Things have been alright. I played through all those broken trash horse games. It was a delightful time. We're doing a little better tonight, kind of. I mean, I'm suffering through Ecco the Dolphin, but I've got Wario to look forward to, so about another hour and a half of pain, and then we'll get to do something cool. Because I can't swim, title says. He knows about those book fees, too. Is this the original Echo? This is a port of Echo 1 onto the Game Boy Advance. I'm still playing lots of Game Boy Advance games here lately, so this is Echo 1 on the Game Boy Advance. It's mostly the same game. There's a couple. I mean, the music's way different. The music's terrible, but there's checkpoints in this, so it's a little easier that way. They didn't give you checkpoints on the Genesis. But it's pretty faithful in general. It's not tremendously different. What's your favorite flavor of custard? I generally like to get something with mix-ins, and so usually just vanilla, but then like having I like the salted caramel brownie. That's probably my favorite thing. Always was a bigger Wario fan than Mario. Looking forward to it, title says. Yeah, Wario Land 3 will be first playthrough. I've done 1 and 2. I've been doing like one Wario game a year, and I loved 1 and 2. They're both really good, so I've been looking forward to 3 for a while. I meant I'm more of a Wario fan than I am a Mario fan. Not that I'm a bigger fan of Wario than Mario is. I didn't even see that possible interpretation. I like it, though. Probably that, too, though. Have you ever had straight up salted caramel custard? I cannot say that I have, Buddha Fingers. That's a popular flavor. Yeah, I like salt and caramel together. Salty and sweet. We've got a lot of, Jelly and I have a lot of connection to libraries. We both of us have worked in libraries. Jelly's parents worked in libraries. Jelly and I got married in a library. That's where we held our service. Spent a lot of time in libraries. Which is kind of funny, because the #1 thing that I complain about on the stream is reading. The absolute worst thing a video game could do to me is make me read a whole lot. Mint is my favorite. I had some mint last night as well, because that's what Jelly got. I got salted caramel brownie, and Jelly got mint Oreo. And so, you know, we traded a portion of each of our things, so we both got to try some of each flavor. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is a miserable part of this game. Messing around with these blocks. This'll probably be the last level we do tonight, because this level might take me 2 hours. Ugh, Dynamite says, I hate Sega so much around this time. We all knew this game wouldn't sell compared to the stuff Nintendo was doing. I mean, it seemed like lots of people had this game, because lots of people have told me they remember it fondly. And it's pure nostalgia goggles. It's gotta be. There can't be that many people. There can't be that many people who have seriously sat down and played through this game in their fully formed adult minds and come away from this thinking it was an enjoyable experience. That command doesn't actually work, Derek, but if I click on your name, looks like July 19, 2021. That's 2 years. That's almost a year. Lots of people had this game because their console had neither Mario nor Link. I think it was I think it must have been a pack-in title for a while too, right? Played it recently on the Sega Collection. It's a rhythm, to be sure. I suspect there's a typo there. Echo the never-ending story. Echo takes a lot of getting used to, a lot of patience, especially the first game. I mean, I do... Like, I want to be fair to it. And, like, there is a lot of stuff to like about the game. I have to admit that. But it's rough. How can a game be this jank and not be loved around here? Well, I mean, I am willingly subjecting myself to it a second time, so... My actions do say something that I may not be willing to. I have to word that as vaguely as possible, because I kind of think that my actions are saying something about me, not something about the game. Why? Why are there 3 pits? Why are there 3 pits? There should just be 2. Why can I not drive in a straight line? What is happening? Oh. System could do Rocket Knight, Alien Soldier, Mega Turrican, Bloodlines, Hardcore, Shinobi 3, all the Sonics, Thunder Force 4, and they promoted this, and Horrible Vector Man as flagship titles. I thought Vector Man was okay. Let's see. Rocket Knight, fantastic. Bloodlines, I love Bloodlines. Hardcore, I've grown to like Hardcore. Sonics, I'm a Mario guy, but can't deny those. The other ones there, I've missed. Kid Chameleon, don't know that one. I heard Alien Soldier was good though. I recently picked up a couple Genesis games for my collection. I got copies of Toe Jam and Earl and Decap Attack. I don't know a whole lot about either of those games, but their titles I've heard a lot. Those are good, Derek says. Vector Man I was a little disappointed by, because I thought I was gonna love Vector Man when I first started it. Like a run and gun platformer with a double jump. Sign me up. Like that sounds like exactly my kind of game. But I don't love Vector Man. Vector Man, the camera's punched in too much, the level design is all over the place. It's a little janky. Not terribly so. I would play Vector Man again. But I mean, I would play Ecco the Dolphin again, obviously, so maybe that isn't praise. Oh, is there oxygen here? There's oxygen here? That's nice. Get the spider out of my life. Why? You know why? Because I titled the stream Retro 8 Legs. That's what happened. That's why the spider's here. It despawned my box? I hate this game. We were there. We had it. That should have been it. I feel like Vector Man tried too hard, Dynamite says. I mean, they were definitely, like, they were trying to be, like, 3D graphics, and, like, I feel like it was trying to, I don't know, it's like it's almost like, say, like the Genesis's Star Fox. In the way it's, like, going for pushing the graphics to, like, really 3D. I don't know. I remember seeing ads for Vector Man when I was a kid, and actually being sad that game was on the Genesis and not on the Super Nintendo. So meaning I wouldn't be able to play it. can't think of a lot of times where I had that kind of feeling that like, where I was like, oh, I really wish that game was on the Super Nintendo. But with Vector Man, I remember feeling that way. Having now played it, though, as an adult, I don't think I missed out on too much. Genesis games, but those do what Nintendo don't. You should do Vector Man 2. We will do Vector Man 2, Derek. I've got a copy of it, so we'll do it one day. I just... You know, I usually don't play sequels very close to the originals. Not that we did Vector Man super recently, but I always kind of spread series out. So we could probably do Vector Man. Like, I mean, we could do it this year, but we'll probably do it next year. Why? Why? Why does he go upward? I'm not even Now that time he just went straight through the box. You roll the camera back. He went straight through the box for no reason other than to make me lose my mind. Oh, this game is horrible to me. Like to see those on Switch Online. Kind of shocked they're not yet, Derek says. I haven't really been keeping tabs on that. Hopefully they'll get put on there, though. StatCat, welcome in. The dolphin noises will continue until morale improves. What a horrible paradox to be caught in, right? I've been waiting a long time for Star Tropics 2. Yeah, we need to do that one too, Buddha Fingers. You're not wrong. When did we finish Star Tropics? That's been more than a year, right? Dynamite says, Oh, Persephone, welcome in. Pleasure to have you here tonight, and hope you are well. Dynamite says, Decap Attack is definitely a fun playthrough. Very weird and creepy, too. That's what it looked like on the cover art. Kid Chameleon's overrated? I can't say. They added 2 Zelda games on the Switch. The Game Boy Color ones. That's nice. I haven't even played those yet myself. We played like an hour and a half of one of them on the stream. Those another one, they have a case of a dead battery, so I'm in a bad position with those. Frownie, I think you'd love Kid Chameleon, 5 Foot Giant says. It came with my Sega Genesis. I'll keep it in the back of my mind now that I've heard it talked about so much. If I see it, maybe I'll pick it up. We'll put it on the schedule on the same night as Chameleon Twist on the N64. I'll do a Chameleon theme. respawn this time. But I'm gonna die. Aliens was a fun time. Alien 3? I'm a big fan of Alien 3 now. I didn't like it at first, but I mean, clearly. Alien 3 won me over. That game is good. Big fan of Alien 3 now. That was a good recommendation, Budafingers. Chompy, welcome in. The Oracle games are really good. Yeah, I bought those so long ago. I think I got them right at release, and I still have never played them. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate this spider. Tried one out. Pretty good, Derek says. Chompy says, probably better than Link's Awakening, but not as charming. I don't know. Better than Link's Awakening is a tall order. I mean, I'll go into them with an open mind, but Link's Awakening is really good. Kid Chameleon's on the Switch as part of the Sega expansion pack with Ecco the Dolphin. I know you like to play on original consoles, though. I mean, I'm alright playing on port. Like, I don't mind playing ports and stuff like that. 5 Foot Giant, I'd definitely be okay doing the Switch Online. I don't subscribe to the expansion pack, though, so I don't have access to the Genesis or the N64 games on my Switch. But I wouldn't be against playing them there. Don't want to flip the script, Dynamite says. Have a root canal scheduled on the 8th, and I'm terrified of the dentist. Anyone ever had one? Well, I certainly wish you luck with that, Dynamite. I had a root canal. My root canal failed and my tooth died and I lost it anyway. But Jelly has had successful root canals, so... Root canal here, Derpelganger says. If the dentist is doing it right, no pain. Never had one. I know some endodontists. Just trust that they're professionals about all you can do. I have a lack of root canals or cavities. StatCat says Alien 3 is a good game and movie. Alien 3 is alright. It's not... It's about as good as it could have been. I don't know. There wasn't a lot to do. There wasn't a lot to do with Alien 3. Link's Awakening is in my top 5 Zelda games. See if you can wear headphones and pick something relaxing, distracting to listen to during the procedure. Thought I had a cavity last year, but It was just being sensitive, StatCat says. I've had I've had misfortune with some of my teeth. You know, I try to take as good care of them as I can, but I've lost a couple of them. Been around 20 to 25K for Jennifer's dental work. Wow. That's a hefty bill, StatCat. Chompy says, I played the first part of Echo so many times, so I've never figured out what to do. Love the dark vibes, but probably a bad game. Echo is almost a great game. The problem with Echo, the big problem with Echo, is that its gameplay is frustrating. Just it controls very clunky and very janky. It's visually quite beautiful. It's got some wonderful music, and yeah, the storyline is dark and weird and interesting. But I cannot bond with the controls. Had one after a quad wisdom tooth extraction. The aftermath of wisdom tooth removal was pretty bad. The process itself was not too bad. A couple of infected spots that still were registered as painful but not debilitating, Durpelganger says. I had all four of my wisdom teeth taken out at the same time too, but that actually went really smoothly. That whole thing. I was very heavily medicated the whole week afterward, and had a lot of weird dreams, but the procedure and recovery process all went really smooth. There was no bad effects from that on my end. Speaking of games that scared me as a kid, Frownie, have you ever played Shadow of the Beast? I don't think I have, Chompy. I might have played a little bit of it. Is that a Super Nintendo game where you can turn into a werewolf? I might be thinking of the wrong game. I feel like there's a level that looks kind of like a ship. Altered Beast? No, I'm not thinking of Altered Beast with this one. I definitely played a little bit of Altered Beast. I bit the dentist as a kid and he hit me. That is unacceptable. Been scared of them ever since. 6'4", 285, in powerlifter shape today. I'll let you know what happens if he tries to hit me this time. I just figured it out, Frownie. Filling your health bar is how Fish Story ends. Mystery solved. Oh, what a nightmare Fish Story was. What a good pull, Buddha Fingers. please. Spider, why? Played on the Genesis, I think. Pretty sure was a home computer game first. Probably not good. Had generally unsettling vibe. And I think probably a cult following. Was an Amiga game. Yeah, I might be thinking of a completely different game then, Chompy. My wisdom teeth and 3 others removed at once. Always get oral surgery versus pulling. There will be far less pain, Persephone says. I had a tooth pulled. I had one of my molars pulled, and it took forever. I can't say exactly how long it took, but it felt like they were pulling on my tooth for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was crazy. It was crazy how long it took. They kept telling me how freakishly long my tooth roots were. The excuses didn't help, though. You might be thinking of Brutal Paws of Fury. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, Chompy, because the game I'm thinking of isn't one that I had. It's one that I played one time with a friend, so I don't know. I'd have to look that game up and see if anything like struck me as familiar. That's all I remember about it, though. Is I think it was a Super Nintendo game. The character could transform into a werewolf, and it was set on a ship. I think it was a ship. I could be wrong about that. It could have just been, like, the platforms made me think of, like, a crow's nest on a ship. No one actually played Brutal Paws of Fury. The animals in Brutal didn't change shape. And the cheetah was the winner. Maybe Wolfchild. Oh, maybe that. That sounds potentially right. I think we have a winner. That's the game I was thinking of. I don't think the level is a ship. I'm looking at it now, and it reminds me... I think you can see why I thought it was a ship. If you see the same image that I'm seeing, which I can't put on the screen, so that doesn't really help anyone. I think that's the game. Wolfchild. You rented that. Oh, it's time for the wheel again? It's this time. I have fond memories of going to people's houses and them owning the worst games ever, but them thinking they're great. That sounds like the experience that everyone who visited my house had. Don't go over and play games with Frownie. He'll make you play Castlevania 64. Alright, spin of the wheel. Please, not sunflower seeds. Anything but that. Hey, that's good. That's the exact opposite. That's jelly beans. Let's go. The wheel on the wheel, the best spot. I think that's the habanero bean. That is the cayenne pepper bean. Let's go. Oh, it's so much worse than I thought it was going to be. It doesn't last for long, though. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's one, like, strong punch of heat, and it's quickly pretty much gone. I remember going to someone's place, had a wireless Genesis controller. You had to hold it exactly in line with this tiny port thing or it wouldn't work. Yeah, like trying to play... It's like trying to play a game with a television remote. I have a wireless Super Nintendo controller that's probably the same technology. I didn't have it growing up. I bought it overseas, but I don't ever use it because it's pretty terrible. I think one of the controllers doesn't even work at all. It's I just hang on to it for the novelty factor. Because, I mean, even the one that works doesn't work. Moving this box is a bad enough experience. Why do they have to put these trash enemies here, too? Ah, this game. The good news is this is the most intolerable part of the game for a while. Well, if I get through this, it will be comparatively smooth sailing for a while, but that's a big if. Angelus, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How did your Miami Vice game go tonight, my friend? Was that a DOS game, the Miami Vice game? I don't remember if you said it was a DOS game. Why is this... Alright, those chains better stay gone once they're broken. If those chains respawn, then... They didn't. The chains don't respawn. This is great. What is this? No! That's trash! Why? I hate video games. I hate video games. If they didn't put those trash enemies, who would? They're doing better than me. I couldn't get past the first screen in the game. Couldn't figure out how to climb a ladder. Oh, that sounds rough, Angelus. It is a DOS game. That spider scarab thing is a punk. Thank you, Dynamite. It's the worst idea in the world, that's what it is. I thought I could check out a manual on the Miami Vice game online, but sadly, no one has cared enough to upload one. I'm familiar with that problem, Angelus. I have been down that road. Thank you for doing the shout out there, cows. For the Let's Ride games, I tried looking up manuals to have in my back pocket. I didn't want to read them, but I wanted to have them in case, like in case I was super stuck and had to have some help. Have them as my in case of emergency break glass kind of tool. But yeah, no one had uploaded the manuals that I could find. I mean, I didn't look very hard for them either, so. It's kind of on me for not finding them, but maybe, but yeah. Why? Why the spider? I didn't even scroll the screen down that far. I hate this game. Unless I've blocked something out of my memory, which is a very real possibility. There's a very real possibility that I've just decided to erase part of my own memories of this game. Because why wouldn't you? But, unless I block something out of my memory, I do believe this is the second worst part of the game. So, if we make it through this, there's nothing this bad again until the machine. I'm also mad at you, Frownie, for still managing to have more hair left than I do. I don't know how. I don't know how I haven't just pulled it all out yet. That thing moving up and down like that is just scandalous. Oh, cool. That's that thing. That's a thing that hurts me. I didn't know. This is impossible. This is impossible. The damage is just all over the place in this game. Like, I don't... It's just... Sometimes an enemy will hit you and do no blocks of damage, and sometimes they'll do 2, and sometimes they'll do 1. And it's just... I don't know how the damage blocks are supposed to work. But yeah, like if you're watching, you'll see a lot of times where I get hit and it does no damage, and I don't know why. I mean, I don't see any health or oxygen, so... What is this? No, I don't know what this obstacle is or how to deal with it. I think you're supposed to have iframes, but I don't think they always work, especially because I'm thinking about, especially in the level with the machine, when an enemy overlaps you, you die instantly on that level. So, I don't know. Wish I had hair options besides bald or balding. I mean, there's really not enough. There's really not a whole lot you can really do, you know. Like with my balding pattern being what it is and in the state it's in, like I may have more hair, but there's not a lot that I can do that makes it look particularly great. So I tend to be just in a cycle of just let it grow and do whatever it's going to naturally do until it's long enough to be annoying, and then shave and then buzz it all off. I got robbed. The box fell right through me. If I grow my hair out, I look 20 years older, so I have to shave it every time, Dynamite says. Yeah, that is, that must be pretty annoyingly limiting. Those words aren't passwords. They're what you're supposed to say out of frustration when you have to start this turkey over again, Turbo Ganger says. I didn't see that before. The password system is so wild because every time you get a password, it looks like it's just randomly generated. So it seems like every stage has an infinite number of possible passwords. I think if you just put in any random letters on the password screen, it should count as a password for some level. I feel like there can't be that many combinations that they haven't input to take you somewhere. Try it, Chompy says. Maybe we'll try it at the start of the next screen. At the start of the next stream. Maybe we'll try it on Friday. I'll write here a question mark. And hopefully that will remind me. I'll look at my passwords and say, why did I write a big question mark there? I remember playing the original Ecco the Dolphin for the Genesis. I also remember not getting very far. I've beaten the Genesis game once. Atlantis is in ruins after a beam struck from space. We've escaped into the past with our technology. Oh my goodness, there's so many crystals. Am I supposed to read these all? Crystals containing encoded messages, certain sound effects, certain sounds reflect the message back. Created to help a dolphin of the future travel to Vortex. Vortex is feeding on the seas of our Earth. Eventually, all life will be harvested. All life will end. The vortex must be stopped. Yeah, I've done the Genesis version. Remember the final boss stage being terrifying. Now you should be kind of free to comment on the content of this game because I've already been through this one. I don't I don't necessarily want people like giving me gameplay help or suggestions or advice or anything like that, but just sort of commenting about like the stages and bosses and stuff like that. The general content, I've already been through it, so you don't have to worry about spoiling that for me. But yeah, the final boss is something else. My feelings about the end game are mostly misery, though. I sunk into so much despair, I couldn't feel horror anymore. I was stuck on the last stage. The first time I played through this, I was stuck on the last stage for 21 hours. So it's all nightmare. Not checking any books out of the library properly. Such disrespect. We're losing a war with the planet Vortex. Atlantis is in ruins after a beam struck from space. We have escaped into the past with our technology. I feel like I already read that. We, the people of Atlantis, have made these glyphs for you. Vortex life forms. We suspect that Vortex is dying and can no longer produce food. Every 500 years, when the Earth and Vortex have a clear path, the Vortex feed upon the Earth. Each feeding increases in size. The Vortex are getting hungrier. I was going to read that as stronger, but that's kind of the exact opposite of what they were going for. Good news, there's someone coming out to look at the AC today. If all goes well, I can finally turn off these loud fans. I hope that goes smoothly for you, Angelus. Living without AC is rough. Planet Vortex, third planet in the star system Cassandra. Located in the head of the constellation Pegasus. Note the nearest constellation to Pegasus is Delphinius. Yeah, we played through 3 horse games, Dynamite. We played through 3 different ones, and I guess I beat them. I definitely beat one of them. 2 of them were games that are kind of like sim games that don't really have an ending. We just did all the things, and then it was like, well, we're done. It took most of the month. But we went through all of them. Crystals containing encoded messages, certain sounds. We already read that message. And I can definitely acknowledge that I am frequently a goof. Cassandra, that's Ardnasic backward. There are wall units in other rooms, but sadly there isn't one in my room. Oh no. Hang in there, Angelus. That was probably the worst part. When I lived in Houston, I was in Houston when Hurricane Harvey struck, and the city flooded. And Jelly and I were trapped in our apartment for like a week or so. But for most of that time, we were trapped there without power, and that was the worst thing about it, was no power, no AC. Alright, access granted. Fantastic. No! Oh, all that, and I just rush right into my grave. It's alright. I know I don't have to read those crystals again. Well, I think I don't, so we won't waste the time there. I will waste the time everywhere else. Sparrow, welcome in. Thank you for being here, Sparrow. I hope you are well. I am suffering. I've been on the stage for an hour. Can't say I didn't know what I was getting myself into, though, so... Oh, no! This music is haunting me. This is the only song in the game, I think. They took out all the regular Echo music and just replaced it all with this one song on loop. I don't think I've heard any other music yet. Apparently this song is in the original game in a very brief cutscene. It's not supposed to be enjoyed on an endless loop like what we're doing in the Game Boy version here. It wasn't designed for consumption in these quantities. Well, I hope that was the right way to go. Oh, thank goodness. We're free! We're free! Are you serious? This is it? I think it is. I don't think I've, Freedom. Freedom. Look at that password. That password is a disaster. What is that even supposed to be? I'm not writing that one down. I'm gonna purposely lose my life so I can get a better password. Because that's intolerably jank. No? No, why is everyone screaming no? Oh, hopefully there'll be new music. No, there's no new music. Alright, let me catch up here. The chat ran away from me a little bit. This music is haunting me. My quest lately has been Gradius 3 No Death, Dynamite says. I don't seem to be able to do it. I have faith in you, Dynamite. You've taken down some really hard games. I mean, I've never played a Gradius game, so it's probably nightmarish, but... Based on the exploits that you've shared, I think you'll get it. I was about to say the GBA did not have a dedicated FM sound chip. In fact, it didn't have a sound chip at all. It was all processed by the CPU, and it came at the cost of audio quality. Yeah, well, I know that the Game Boy Advance is, like, its audio is not enviable. I like the Game Boy Advance. I think there's like a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff about it, you know. Handheld, kind of like a handheld Super Nintendo. But I don't think anyone's going to rush to compliment its audio. I'd hear a lo-fi aspect of it. It's a good chance it's literally a small sample. I think the password was something Commodore Chicken Lips logo. All right, let's take a look at this level, because I don't think this is going to be as bad as the previous one. In fact, I think this is the last level before, spoiler alert, we go back in time. So this could be, you know, like the best place to leave off for the night, completing this level. I do want to get to Wario. haven't tested my Wario Kart, so hopefully the battery is still intact. If it's not, then we can, if it isn't, then... Ooh, what is up there? If there isn't, then we can do it on the flash cart, so it's not going to prevent us from playing the game. But I am just going to have to make sure I check to make sure the battery's going to work before we make progress and get let down. Remember, some games making me think it was a step up from NES and, from SNES and Power. It is kind of. So I mean, because it's the GBA is a 32-bit system. So it is in a lot of ways a step up in power, but it doesn't have the audio power of the Super NES. But generally it is more powerful. Seems to have the audio power of the Genesis. Rip the Genesis. I don't know who thought there should be pushing box puzzles in a Dolphin game. It's evil. It's pure evil. I felt the same way with the box pushing puzzles in Resident Evil. I don't know, Angelus. I think I would be more eager to defend those than this. What's this? Invincibility? Invincibility! I don't know where I'm supposed to take it. I guess to kill that shark. At the recommendation of my sister, I had a cosmetic procedure done today called microneedling. It's literally small needles piercing the top layer of your skin. My face in this case. Not sure what I expected, but let's just say it feels like I've been severely sunburned. It sounded almost like, I don't know, like acupuncture or something to me. I don't know if I've ever heard of this process. If I recall correctly, there's an octopus in this at some point. Therefore, not as terrifying as the dentist to me. Octopus equals skill terrifying. Yeah, the octopus shows up a couple times, and at least if I'm thinking about the one you're thinking of, there's one that shows up that you have to kind of sneak past. The idea is you literally damage the top layers of skin, causing collagen production as part of the healing process. hope the results when it's all said and done are satisfying for you, Sparrow. I had a minor cosmetic procedure done once upon a time. I had a mole removed from my face. That was largely because I couldn't shave without cutting it, and then I would bleed for hours. Now look at me, I don't shave. Maybe it turned out to be pointless. Actually, I think it was well, I don't think I know. It was I was wearing a beard at the time, but I was neatening it more regularly. So it wasn't quite as ridiculous. You have to have at least 6 sessions to see notable improvements, but it's a more permanent thing than other procedures. 6 sessions sounds like a lot. I think they reduced a scar in the middle of my forehead that's been annoying me for quite some time. What was involved with that? I don't really remember exactly. I feel like they just kind of cut it out. It was a pretty simple thing. Imagining a little fuzzy thing attached itself to you and you're trying to yank it off, but it would just not let go, Purple Ganger says. This game is killing me, but it's good to see you, Frownie. Good night. Holler at your boy. Good night, Dynamite. Thank you for being here. It's good to have you back. Been great to catch up with you, and I wish you the best of luck with Gradius 3. Just, you know, stay strong, keep with it, and have a great night. We'll see you, hopefully we'll see you again. I went just above my mustache, Sparrow says. Yeah, not the most convenient place, huh? Ah. The statues do something. Can't decide if the long metallic sound in the background is supposed to be emulating an electric guitar or some sort of air through a straw. Maybe it's a mix of both. It makes me think of, there's this weird instrument, I don't know what it's called, and I don't really know if you'd call it an instrument or an accessory, but it's basically this big tube that you put in your mouth, and you can sing while playing a guitar, or presumably another instrument, and it will pitch correct your voice to the sound the instrument is playing. I don't know exactly how it works. It's a weird thing. I've seen YouTube musicians mess around with it before, though. Do you mean a vocoder? That might be what it is. I don't know what it's called. I just know it when I mean, I think I know it when I see it. That seems to me like, you know, like the ultimate combination of electric guitar and blowing through a straw. We did it! Victory! Cool, more blocks. Alright, that should have been a checkpoint. Oh no. Oh, I don't remember what the puzzle of this place is, but I feel like I remember it being real bad. see we've got to open that thing. I also see I'm dead. No health, no air, no block to help me out. We got a checkpoint, though. Sounds like you're referring to a vocoder, but maybe one that uses a guitar as the modulator. Normally, it's a synthesizer. I'll look up an image of it real quick. Talkbox, I think is what it is. I searched vocoder, but an image comes up of something called a talkbox that looks like a guitar pedal with a plastic hose on it. So that's probably what it is. There's a tube microphone variant as well as just a normal gooseneck microphone. Oh, this was a dead end? That's cool. These statues are my best friend. They make me invincible, they refill my health and air. There's really nothing not to like about the statues. Access granted. Nice, that's what I wanted to see. There's nothing at the bottom. Victory! We did it! City of Forever. Alright, we're going to call it a night with this game, my friends. We're going to switch gears, and we are going to play Wario Land for the rest of the night. Hey, Tuesday. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're not here for Echo Tuesday. Thank you for the GG. Thank you for the trophies. Alright, and that's that last symbol there is C and then an equal sign, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna throw this life away like I did before and get another password. I want to get a password that's all letters, because otherwise, that's the Commodore logo. Alright, yeah, this looks better. Question mark. I know question mark's not a letter, right? But CMC XHCH. Question mark. CMC XHCH. I'm here for whatever's cooking, Tuesday says. Oh, did I say Happy Tuesday? Happy Tuesday to you. Is that the final level? Because if it is, 21 hours seems about correct. That was not the final level. We are a ways off from that yet. I would say we're about halfway through the game. A little over half. We're probably like 3/5 of the way through the game, I think, at this point. I don't think you spend a lot of time in the past, if I remember right. So, something like that. Somewhere between a half and 2/3. So we will play Ecco again at the beginning of the stream on Friday. We'll suffer through more of this. But we're going to be done for it for now. I'm actually going to take a short BRB here in just a moment. Sparrow says, I just checked. The talk box is interesting as it appears to be much more simple than a vocoder. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, if it's I mean, I'm just glancing at it, but it looks like a guitar pedal with a hose coming out of it, so I think that's what I'm thinking about. And I think you said you had an electric guitar, so that would be something that, like, you already have, like, part of the equipment to mess around with one. Yeah, we're gonna take a BRB though, my friends. I'm gonna switch games. Well, I'm gonna be gone for a couple minutes, but just a few minutes, and we're gonna switch games. We're gonna play Wario Land 3. Never played it before. Really looking forward to it. We did 100% playthroughs of Wario Land 1 and 2. I loved them. So I've got very high expectations for this game. I hope it doesn't let us down, and I hope the battery in the cartridge still works. But thank you for being here for Ecco. I'm very grateful for your company. If you want to join me for Wario, just stand by, and I'll see you again in just a couple moments.